Good morning. Day 4. Day 4? Day 5.
For those of you who don't know, my PCT vlog footage audio got super messed up. Day 5, 6, and 7 were such a whirlwind emotionally, mentally, and physically that I didn't want to overdub my voice on this section of the trip because I wanted to leave everything in because it was crazy emotional whirlwind.
Day 5. Getting confused. Yeah, we do like horse every day. Yeah, so we're climbing, starting the day with a climb, about 3 or 4 miles of climb out of our camp. We wish we could make it all the way to Fish Lake, but it's 24 miles. I don't think we're quite there yet. But if we feel optimistic where we would set up camp, which is about 16 miles from here, then we will continue on. No biggie, we'll see when we get there. Aside from there, which is always kind of fun.
My Knock-Becto bag is leaking right up here in this corner. I had it on my backpack, but the water was sloshing back and forth too much, and it was still leaking even after I got rid of some water. We had to camel up because the spigot at South Brown Mountain Shelter is not a reliable water source apparently, so we might have to dry camp tonight, which kind of sucks because there is no good way to hold this. I'm not sure why it started leaking. I've used this thing a ton, so we'll see. Maybe they can send me a new one while I'm still on trail. Haha, that's hilarious. It actually looks like a woodpecker chewed through this PCT sign, because that looks like a chew hole, not a bullet hole.
Got my trail name after a few days of being out here, and it is Pyropanic. For those of you who don't know what pyro means, it means fire. Something I did not talk about in my PCT prep videos, because I didn't really prep myself for this, is my severe, I guess, anxiety regarding forest fires. So I just had a pyropanic moment. We're about 12 miles into our hike today, and we were going to stop around 16 miles or so, but all of a sudden the lighting changed. There was severe smoke smell. We heard, started to hear a helicopter and that kind of thing. It's pretty disconcerting when you're out here we've been in these woods all day. We've seen nothing but woods. We got to South Brown Mountain Shelter. That is where I started seeing ash fall from the sky and really started to kind of freak out. Called my husband. We had like super limited service. My call got dropped like 10 times, but I was able to get through and told him where we were and to check like the fire situation, and he checked it, and he also called the Umpqua whatever Forest Service or whatever and told them where we were and asked them we should go back 2 miles to like a major road that we had crossed, or if it's safe to continue on 12 miles north to Fish Lake. He said continue north. The fire is south of us, currently near Ashland. Even though we didn't really want to do all of this mileage today, it's a lot on day 5, right? Day 5? Yeah, especially because our mileage has still been fairly low, so we didn't really want to do a 20 plus mile day quite yet, but we both kind of I don't feel like it is safe to camp in these woods. So we're gonna head over to Fish Lake and check out what's happening from there. see what the fire situation is. We'll see how the trip pans out. I don't enjoy this anxiety. And yeah, it's not really a vacation when you are feeling like this. So, comment below if you can relate to any weird and abnormal anxieties, such as irrational fear of forest fires.
So today's snack is Peeled Snacks Gently Dried Organic Chili Mango. This is so freaking delicious. I wasn't sure I was gonna like it because I don't like spicy things, but it's actually not spicy. It just has a chili flavor because it has chili flakes on it. And the mango and the chili flavor go so well together. And it's gently dried, so it's still nice and moist. It's not hard like some other dried mango I've had. So yeah, this stuff is really, really good. Thank you so much, Peeled Snacks, for sending me some delicious dried fruit to enjoy on the trail.
So, this big mileage today to officially ease my fire anxiety. I figured out that I need some more sleep. I'm considering also taking a trail because the anxiety is just a little much. Like I think about forest fires. 80% of my hike is just not fun when that much anxiety going through you all the time. So we're taking a rest day tomorrow for sure. I'll have some time to think about it. So yeah, stay tuned to the next video to see if I stayed on trail or not. We have encountered a ton of smoke at Fish Lake, so we decided to bounce up to Crater Lake, and we are hitching. The sign says PCT hikers to Crater Lake, and so far probably about 25 cars have passed us. There was one set of guys who was going to give us a ride to just the Fish Lake where it crosses the PCT, and we didn't want to go there because if we can't catch a ride, we'll just hike back into where we camped last night. So Francisca's showing her stuff. We're going to get us a ride. Good morning, everyone. It is a wonderful Sunday morning here at Crater Lake. Last you saw, we were hitchhiking. That was a fail. We stood out there for a little over an hour, and hundreds of cars passed us. It was a busy road. Hundreds of cars passed. No one gave us a ride. Luckily, Randy was texting with her cousin, and he was free and offered to pick us up. So he picked us up from Fish Lake. We also connected with a girl trail named Stanford, and she had to go to Medford, so she came with us. We all went to Medford. She went to REI, and then we ate an early dinner at In-N-Out Burger, which I'd never been to before. I've always wanted to try it. It was super good. And then we drove up to Crater Lake Mazama Village, to be exact. They have PCT hiker camping here for $5. So yeah, we skipped ahead. I think Randy said that yesterday when she was vlogging for me. We skipped ahead to Crater Lake from Fish Lake because of smoke. There's a big fire down in southern Oregon called the Klamathon fire. They actually closed part of the PCT there right by I-5, so that passes I-5. We skipped ahead because of smoke. Randy has asthma, and I of course have fear of fire. And now we're here, and we're going to see what the next leg of the trip brings. I'll keep you updated. Catch you on the trail.
As we started our trek around Crater Lake, about 3/4 of a mile in, Randy had a massive asthma attack due to the horrible smoky conditions we were having at Crater Lake. So we went back to Mazama Village and checked on the air quality further north in Oak Ridge, which was about 75 miles north of Crater Lake. So we would be skipping another 75 miles of our trip, which we were really sad about, but with these really smoky conditions, there was just no way around it. One of the best trail angels ever, named Misty, she picked us up from Crater Lake and took us all the way back to Odell Lake at Shelter Cove Resort. By the time we got to Shelter Cove Resort, it was already pretty late, so we set up our tents and went and showered and then went to bed. Unfortunately, at this point, we had already skipped 100 miles of the Oregon section of the Pacific Crest Trail, and honestly, we were pretty disheartened about our trip and all the things that were going wrong. When you're planning a long distance hike like this, you put a ton of effort and money and time into planning the trip, and it can be really discouraging when all these things seem to go wrong and all of these things seem to stand in your way of your through hike. So at this point we were pretty disheartened, but we were excited to see what the rest of the trail will bring.